Hi. Another day, another stream. Be doing some Polish today. I wanted to do some ability Polish, so they are actually neatly ordered in array of orders. And I also came up with an idea of how to do the fog of war drawing. So that's what I will actually start with. Okay, so yeah, let's do the Fog of War shader. So what we really need is a frag shader. And my idea was to we basically start with color. My idea is that we basically have three we basically have 8 colors. We have like so those are like the colors of surrounding tiles, basically. And we would want to calculate the target color. So normally what you get in OpenGL is basically build mirror filtering with 4 points. So I thought about doing 8. And I thought about doing like a lerp that will detect the. So basically, if we would be at 0 to 0.5, will lie between C00, for example, and C10. And if we would be in this range, we would do this. So we would have like basically 8 points. And now I'm actually thinking that probably I could just draw a polygon. Because the smooth color shading does it for me. So I could draw a polygon with 8 vertices. So you basically have a quad with midpoints in it. And then I think OpenGL would actually handle this. Huh. Well, not really. Not exactly really, because what MyLab is doing. What a shame I cannot copy paste. Okay, if this is my grid saw or fog, and I have those points as the polygon thing, we would have to calculate this color point for those two, which is additional calculation. So what I would do in shader instead would be to get those points, the center points, which are I don't know if that's actually true, but if I would interpolate between those, oh, I'm not actually sure. Because let's say this one is like full, this one is full, this one is full, this one is full. And let's imagine those are also full, the surrounding ones. So this one would be fully... This one would be like something like this, so the center point would be full actually. But what if we do like corner cases? I don't know if this would... what I'm actually thinking right now is if it would... correctly join each other, basically. But okay, let's do what I was thinking with the interpolation. Okay, so now the problem is in my draw stuff. This is a bit messy, generally speaking. The draw quadset thing. Generally speaking, the image drawing thing too. This is basically preparing for draw, but it's technically generic for every program. But then doing the same code for... yeah, I don't know really. So I basically want to pass the array of uniforms. Okay, we basically want a uniform of 4 colors. I mean, of 4 color values for 3 by 3. I guess order maybe. See if that even compiles. Oh, it does not allow multi-dimensional stuff. That's alright. I can just have like 4 get color and X and Y, and we would have like return order, something like this, I guess. Yeah. Oh, this should be Wonderwaffle. Yeah. So now this should compile. Okay. Now we'll have to add. Let's have something like this. Quasit add bulk data. And let's actually have. Let's actually have basically have something like this. And let's have this here load of data. Oh, I guess it is not full load. This is RGBA, right? RGBA 3 by 3. Hi, what's up, Alexander? I'm working on. Currently, I'm working on Pop War smoothing, so it actually looks proper. Last time we did. Last time we have done pop binding, believe it or not. We actually have some puffing where the unit can actually find their puff. And they can also do this with buildings. Oh, can they? With break? Oh. I guess it's due to the emerge size. They don't really. Oh yeah. Yeah, the building thing is not really complete yet because collision can get the units stuck. It is surely a problem. But we have some basic stuff which is quite nice. Yeah, now the problem is I have no idea how to do array uniform. I don't know what the syntax is. Not JavaScript. One FB. Oh, okay. So I suppose what I would do is GL uniform for floats V. And the location I would get in start row, no, init row, I guess. Yeah, so here for the Podro program, we would get order as a thing, and we would store it as order pop colors location. Okay, so we use flow fields, which are pretty damn good in terms of performance for huge counts of units. Because they can just generate one flow field and reuse it for every unit that goes to the certain point. Now the problem is currently it's a bit clumpy. And it's not accounting for collision too with buildings and stuff, so I'm not exactly sure how I will resolve that. Maybe I will have to do different flow fields for differently sized units. I suppose that wouldn't be that bad because then I can just have like we open Point again. Because then if we have like a small entrance or something, and this is 1 by 1, and this is 2 by 2, we could just generate separate flow field for 2 by 2 units. That's kind of twice the work, especially if we have also like 3 by 3 and 4 by 4. Those are in tile sizes. So yeah. I'm not exactly sure what to do about it yet, but it is. Not yet. Currently, they will all. It's probably something we will do, but or I don't know because it's on the one hand it's actually a bit of a like a formation system which we might not want. But currently, what units do, they just collapse into a point. If there's like an obstacle, they will. That's what they are doing. So they will actually clump towards the end. So that's how they puff, basically. Flowfield is just like a fucking map of arrows, basically. Under the hood too, so that is pretty funny. But yeah. I think we will find a way. Hi, bro. What's up? Are you already back? If so, you can hop in.
Hi guys, welcome to another AI cast over here. Today I'm looking at a VEEK 7
Hi.
AI building the engine. Oh my god, he's building a base. It's engine shaped.
Yeah.
I'm very upset because I have my microphone muted and I cracked open a can of Monster. And I was trying to get like as many inside jokes into one stream intro as possible, but I fucked it.
Yeah.
Oh well. So yeah, what's going on? What did you do so far? General polish.
Yeah, I'm doing Pokeball right now, trying to improve the drawing, and then I will do orders.
Nice. I was thinking that we have done a lot of like miscellaneous things recently, so it might be helpful to dedicate a stream or two to just polishing up some like sort of finishing up some features that never got fully polished or whatever.
Yeah. What are you up to, anyways?
Besides talking with DF about creep in the Brood War Cosmonarchy Brood War chat, I was in the middle of porting a bunch of stuff, and I got pretty far into it. I'm just finishing up the last of the asset things now, the spreadsheet definitions, and then I'll probably need to take a look for
Yeah.
errors.
Back this out.
Oh yeah, for people who missed it, there's this.
This feature was finally added.
Yes.
It's pretty good. I haven't actually noticed how fast the maybe not reseeding, but like if I destroy the building near a generator, how fast will it regrow?
Oh, it's pretty fast. I mean, you're destroying it again near 2 generators. Structures like that are kind of hard to test because... Oh, maybe pre-placed ones are bugged? I don't think so. I tested it with structures that I actually built.
Oh, I see.
So... I imagine you wouldn't see that particular bug in most cases, but it is kind of unfortunate that there's an issue there.
Yeah.
Oh, Brood War. I guess that's not the worst thing in the world anyway, because you can just build another structure next to it. So even if you start out with pre-placed stuff, that is kind of weird. Hopefully we can just fix that by changing how units begin the game. I don't know. What the fuck? Why would that happen? That's so bizarre. The more I think about it, like the less sense it
Yeah.
makes. What the fuck? Oh man. So DF was suggesting that we just make it so that creep is buildable, and then, yeah, good prank. Creep is buildable, and then you have to, what do you call it?
I think I know why this does not work.
Go ahead.
Generator, like, creep never recedes without the generator being destroyed. So what Blizzard did, they spawned the creep, but they never activated the generator, because there was no need to.
You're talking about for starting units? Because it works
Yes.
fine when you have units that you've made, so... Oh, so you think that there is no actual creep generation? That's
Yeah, because it's spawned already, so it didn't need to be there. Since there's no reseeding in normal game without the...
Yeah, but how would it know to reseed when the structure is destroyed without it being a creep generator? That's what I'm confused by.
Well, I think creep just looks for a nearby unit. I just feel like the order for spreading isn't active.
That's probably true, because for whatever reason, creep spread and larva are both like secondary orders or something.
Yeah.
So there's probably some bug. Alright, I swear this was working when I tested it earlier, so... Let's see if I can figure out why there was a problem. What if you destroy the hatchery with a creep colony next to it?
One sec.
Blowing up a normal structure that is not a creep generator seems to be fine. And it was fine here. Yeah, it seems fine for me. Maybe you haven't pulled the latest GPTP, or maybe I haven't pushed something, but I don't know. It works fine when I'm testing in the, you can just UK, by the way.
Can I?
Well, that's what I was doing the test. Maybe
Oh, now it works with the creep gen colony. If I you kill... Oh, it worked. When I was testing this initially, it didn't.
It didn't what? Remove the creep?
Yeah.
Oh, there... why is there a Zorista eating the corpses exactly? Can you explain that one?
I don't know.
The Zorista is all the way in the bottom. Why the fuck would it be eating corpses? That's psychosis. Yeah, I'm not sure why the creep is not re-spreading. Or why we're getting weird issues where sometimes it closes up and sometimes it doesn't. Do you know what's causing the long load times, by the way?
Load image.
Is there a way to fix that? Because, I mean, Obviously there is a way to fix that, but that should probably.
I wanted to
be your next-
multi-thread it, but I didn't yet.
Yeah, it should probably be something you do because it takes like 30 seconds to launch. It's a lot of time. Yeah, I know you're on debug, so that's why partially, but
Yeah. I have to figure out what's using all the memory. Oh, I guess I know. It's OpenGL somehow. I thought it would be offset to VRAM, but it seems to not be. Because if I disable in load image, if I disable the generation of the texture, then it's not having the memory bloat.
so something in OpenGL isn't being passed to VRAM.
Yeah, it seems like it's not. Yeah. That's a bit weird.
Dumb fucking libraries. Punch them. My solution is rather violent. Hey, I was thinking we could have a sound flag called interrupt on death or something like that. Where the sound would like fade out very quickly or something. If the unit that the whatever it's owned by dies. I don't know what you think of that. That would allow us to have stuff like the ion cannon charge or any of these other really long sound effects naturally like
Yeah.
stop playing basically.
I guess that would be nice, but I think I would have to do some kind of. Yes, I will have to like work on the sound system a bit more for that to be added.
Yeah, because we're not actually storing sounds anywhere. But
Yeah, I'm just playing them and they finish when they finish and
yeah, that's not. We would have to do that anyway. The system,
yeah, I know.
sound serialization would have to happen anyway, so it makes sense to make use of it.
Then I would just store a handle to a unit, and if it's dead, then you stop playing, which is perfectly fine.
I think there should probably be a default fade out of like 0.1 seconds or 0.2, some default that you could also specify somehow. I don't know though.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to do.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later.
Like I would know how to do a fade in or fade out on the play, but on demand in time of playing, I'm not sure. I guess I'd have to modify the buffer somehow.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'm gonna need to get DF to send me a version of the ion cannon graphic that has everything in one graphic instead of 3 or 4 separate graphics. Stewards. I forgot that you could tell units to attack themselves. That's kind of funny.
Haha, yeah. Well, logically, I don't think there's anything that would stop you, but I know it was the norm in Brood War, so we probably will have it, I guess.
Hold on a second. What do you mean logically? Yeah, logically, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to shoot yourself in the face with your
Yeah.
Maverick rifle. But how about common sense should mean that you can't just commit suicide? That's insane.
that would
a new
be-
meaning to a Marine walking into view and just going, "I'm dying,"
Haha.
blowing his own head off.
Yeah.
You still don't have exit as a command, do you?
Should be up.
I got this when the Augur Death Explosion played, which is weird because there's nothing wrong with it. I double checked the file path. The visual actually showed up fine, but just crashed in the middle of the animation. The only thing sort of out of the ordinary is that it has a row count of 53, but I wouldn't imagine that large row counts would cause issues. That's the only thing that I can think of. The dimensions are correct, and the row count is indeed correct. So I don't know.
I don't think Rokans have any limit besides the int limit, but it's way fucking up. So I don't know.
Yeah, I just sent you the spreadsheet definition if you wanted to take a look at it, but there's nothing there really. So I can just push you what I've got in a sec, and
Yeah, I'll look
maybe
into it
debug
later. But yeah, would be nice to fix that.
Yeah. No, just keep doing what you're doing, and when I have to fix the Mind Tyrant animation, and then I'll push this. The load times have gotten insane now, though, because I have some very large files that I've added. So you probably are going to need to pivot to multi-threading at some point soon, just to get rid of that.
Yeah.
I think it takes like 30 seconds even on release now.
Wow, amazing. None of that worked.
Wait, what happened?
So all I was doing didn't work.
Oh, owned. Nah, there's probably some easy fix. Well, I am pushing my update that adds tier 3 Protoss units. There's a lot of large file size objects being added to the repo, so owned IMO. Might take a while.
Hopefully we don't
I'll be
reach the
ready.
limit too soon.
Yeah, we will in about 1 second, BRB. Looks like DF is working on assisting us in our quest by way of adding or porting Creep, getting Creep ready to be ported.
Oh, that's really
That's
good.
a fucking nightmare for me, so I'm glad he's taking that challenge on. Hopefully he'll find success. My commit's finally up. So whenever you want to add tier 3 units to your location. What the fuck?
Okay, so this is broken, but it's very promising because I can see some fucking blends.
What do you mean you can see blends?
Like, you can see certain curves that would work. Because I was not sure if this algorithm I used would work very well.
I see. You're making little outlines. Okay, it's hard for me to see that on YouTube, but
I imagine. Currently, I'm passing the data wrong somehow, and it's a mess, as you can see. But
yeah, but it's still that is promising indeed. All right, man. I'm gonna listen. No pressure to say yes to this, but I'm feeling a little bit of a longer stream today. What do you think? What are you feeling? You started early today for what you normally do, so.
yeah, so I was actually planning to do something later, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we can do 3 hours today. I was planning on 2, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I know you wanted to do orders and stuff, and it's already been an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And
this
it might
GPU stuff
longer
took me a while.
And that's fine, you know. There's shit out there that's always going to be a bit wacky.
Yeah.
I think I may have fucked something. I did get stash through command line, and now I can't unstash.
Type git stash pop. It's like a stack. You can stash multiple times, and then you can pop multiple times.
It wasn't showing up earlier, which is really weird. So. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, now it's rotated, I think.
Like inverted, or?
Yeah, seems like so.
Progress?
And now it's not flickering, at least. Okay. Kind of works, but we have some issues like here and sometimes here.
Yeah, it looks like the grass as well has like a weird line on it. In the
Yeah, here.
left. I was talking about left.
Here?
Well, I'm behind pretty massively apparently, but yeah, it's above the mini map is what I was talking about.
Yeah. Look at this. This works.
It's pretty funny that you decided to say that just as some music in the background started peaking with like the apex of the song. It's just like this angelic choir as I see. proper fog of war. Nice fucking work, dude. That looks way better.
I
I can't tell if there's
wonder.
still some edges or something towards the bottom in some of those movements, but it looks way better as it is.
Yeah, that's for sure. I wonder if I can make it even better. One sec. It's still quite apparent that those are indeed tiles. But I don't know how I would go about reducing that.
So basically, you are trying to simulate like an update every second or every tick or something like that, instead of doing it per update or per
Well,
tile.
previously I was doing it on previously I was checking the distance by tiles, and now I'm checking by pixels, so it's a bit more natural. But in terms of the actual shape, it's still
Yeah, you'd have to try to
hard to
make it more of a
point that.
perfect circle.
But this is like more of a like rounded rectangle instead of a circle, and I'm not sure how I would go about doing that. Because let's see. If I go to Paint, and I do like the shape, I'm checking for this color, this color, this color, this, and this. And based on those, I have like basically 8 life points. So I suppose what I would want is move those a bit closer. But how would I do that mathematically? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll think on this, but it's still huge progress from what we had. So that's really cool.
Yeah, good job. It's now in a place where the required iteration is hopefully pretty small, unless there's like some performance issues or something later, I guess.
Well, I'm doing this mostly on GPU, so it shouldn't be. So what units have you added? Ooh, Star Sovereign. That's kinda cool.
I added all the remaining Protoss units, so Star Sovereign, Pariah, Mind Tyrant, Solarian, Steward, Augur, and Thelian.
So wait, how many units do we even miss at this point?
Let me look at the list I sent you a while ago. So when I last totaled everything out, we had 48 units missing in total. Now we have 31.
Hmm.
So I'm doing the tier 3 Zerg units are make up a decent amount of that, and then it'll just be buildings, which are a lot easier to implement since they usually don't have weapons or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if this is what we want. Then let me know how you feel about it, but I basically added a fog of war cell on the end of the map. Not sure if that looks good. Technically hide units here, so I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that, but I suppose we can just make. We have to think about how we're going to approach the bottom of the map relative to the top of the map, because obviously that's where the UI is the bottom. Brood War just stops you from like the map doesn't even render in the bottom. Basically, the screen doesn't render for that matter, but
Yeah.
the map doesn't extend as far to the bottom. Basically, like you can place stuff there, but it just won't actually be.
I mean, the
Interactable.
question is, do we want to have the entire thing covered, like in Brood War? Or do we want to just have, like, panels that you can move?
Yeah, well, I did want movable panels, and I wanted some stuff like that. I think the biggest concern is like there should probably actually now that I think about it, there should probably just be a button to push to
Hide
toggle the
the
UI
UI?
entirely.
Yeah.
Um, but I think maybe the Fog of War cell that you've added probably just shouldn't be like it should not allow pathing.
Yeah.
If we want to add that. So yeah, that would be like if we wanted to keep that there. We can roll with it and then see how we feel a little bit later down in development. But it should probably not allow pathfinding for the express purpose of stopping you from having that
Yeah.
interaction where you're hiding units. Did the render not crash the game because you didn't have anything selected or something?
No, it was the flow field thing.
Yeah, you were rendering the flow field, right?
Yeah, and I did not check for... I did not add additional null track, basically.
Yeah. I was wondering if
Because
that's
I
what that
checked
was.
if the selection had something in it, but I didn't check if the unit in selection was like a valid unit, so... Oh. Guess this needs to be... Wait, what? Oh. This has to be 32 in 1. Yeah, okay. Looks pretty good. Oh! There's a fucking supply depot there. Oh, this is going away.
What's going on?
Basically attack move sometimes causes slowdown.
Interesting.
So yeah, I'm trying to find multiple paths at once, and units are constantly moving, so...
Yeah. When they can path around units, it'll probably be an opportunity to improve that. Eventually, we will actually have 500,000 units moving without lag. Imagine that.
Yeah, hopefully. Nice.
Yeah, it's destiny. Metzen said it in a prophecy, so it must be true.
You know what else was a prophecy? Stuff like Amon or Warcraft 3. So.
Was there? I guess there was a prophecy in StarCraft 2. I honestly forgot all about it. Easily forgettable, I guess. It's crazy. Who would have thought? A Blizzard game? Easily forgettable? Oh my god. I think my go-to thing to say to people now is going to be 1v1 me in Nova Drift. Because, or some other game where it's completely single player, and that'll be a bit. Just prank them. I should tell the developers to do that so that they'll get the message, because basically what I'll be saying is add multiplayer to the game.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh fuck. We have to do netcode? That's scary. Some Polish man did that in a day.
Oh no. So I'd actually want to post a demo. I don't know if you have something against it. For our private channel.
Oh yeah, go for it. That's fun. The starting times are pretty intense, though. I don't know if you want to try and address that now.
Yeah, I can probably start it.
That's like a pretty big caveat.
Yeah.
For the current build.
Oh, I suppose before I do this, I should probably generate enums.
Yeah, I didn't do that yet. I'm also in the process of adding more Zerg units, so if you wanted to work on something else while I do that, so we have more stuff in the demo.
Yeah, sure. I'd say that having to type enums is annoying, but having to type them by hand would be even worse. So.
Well, don't you have a batch file that specifically runs it for you anyway?
Yeah, I do. I wanted to have Oh, I guess they can just do just that. I wanted to have like a build event for generating enums pre-build.
Yeah, that way it's just automatic.
Yeah, let's see if that works. Yeah, look at this. The enums were broken and it's still compiled.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty robust system if it's doing it automatically now.
Yeah. That's really good. I've got an idea how to improve the thing, so I will do that, and the multi-threading and orders I will do tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, the multi-threading will be pretty big.
Yeah,
And
that's
orders,
probably
obviously.
the more important than orders, actually.
Yeah. It's just going to save us so much time in the future. Like for every, it literally gives us returns for every launch we do. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I know you said you were passing this on to the GPU, but how expensive do you actually reckon the fog rendering is? Like in a vacuum, would you expect it to not really be that much at all?
Well, it's one. It is a bit of calculations in per pixel, so if I would be to do all the GPU stuff on CPU, it would be pretty expensive. If we would do like software rendering. But GPU is really good at doing bulk work. It has like thousands of fucking I don't know if it's thousand, but like you know what SIMD is, right? Where you can do with one operation you can do
Yeah.
multiple you can do one operation on multiple data with cost of one operation on like single. So GPU has that cranked up to a high level. So it's really good for doing lots of simpler calculations.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
It's also like actually specialized in drawing, so there are also optimizations in place that are already there. So that's pretty nice.
So basically, I should not worry. corpse engine. I'll be right back. Actually, I'll actually be like 2 minutes, but whatever. Be right
Okay.
You.
Fine.
What's going on? What did I miss?
You're trying to figure them out.
Yeah. Well, I can't help you there.
I wish I could just have a breakpoint here or something. As I'm not entirely sure what's happening here. This should be working from what I can tell.
This
Maybe
is
there's
not-
some multiplication error or something.
Is there a way you can output the math into something that's human readable that you would know if there's a problem?
Color. So that's why I was drawing those like colorful triangles before to try to figure out what the things are, but it seems correct. So I don't know why this would not work. Basically what I'm doing, I'm measuring the distance between each point, and then I'm dividing that by the sum of those, meaning they will all be, as a sum would be 1. And then I use those values to calculate how much of color on each pixel it should do. But what it happens to be is that the entire square looks like that. I don't know why. It's really weird. Like there's no blending, and that should not happen with distance. Oh, I guess there is a bit of blending, but it's super small. It's like inversed again.
Well, we have creep, but good luck ever implementing it. I mean, it'll be fine. It's just gonna take some very stupid, finicky work on your part, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll show you that disaster later when we're not in the middle of other things.
Ah! It works?
Let me take a look here. Ooh, check out my per pixel fade, homie. Check out
Do you
my.
see a line here?
Yeah, it's very hard for me to see anything in YouTube, but I'll take your word for it.
I'll try calling some of that to see if it's actually working properly. Ah. Wait, what? Mm. Okay, so some of those are really dumb. Ah, I see.
Follows.
Okay, so this has issues. As you can see, it's doing some weird fucking shit. So basically what I want is like a line here. Hmm. Why would this one be full though? It surely has something to sample from here. Okay, anyways, I will need more thought about it. This is not exactly what I thought would happen. Basically what happens is that you have like fog here and you have unexplored here, then it will actually do a circle. So that's actually worse than the square method. So I basically want to flatten that out. But if I do have like a, let's say, fog here and here, I would not want to flatten it out. I would probably want actually something like this. Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure what I will do.
Yeah, it's probably one of those things that needs a bit more time to get just right, but still very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, the original thing is pretty good. It just needs a bit of.
Yeah. So I guess we'll hold off on actually releasing the demo until maybe tomorrow, or depending on how long it takes you to actually finalize that, I suppose. Although I'm about to add more assets, like I mentioned, so maybe
Yeah, I don't know if I
multi-threading
will
costs more to
have
add.
ideas for how to do it just yet. I will probably do multi-threading tomorrow for the load image thing. Because that seems like a very important
Yeah,
thing.
pretty ideal if we can get that in.
So yeah. We can ship the demo when you're done with your assets.
I don't think that's a good idea since Fog of War is not final and the loading times are insane.
Oh yeah, okay. So we can do that after multi-thread. I don't know when I will have an idea about fog. I guess I can do some research in the meantime, but
Yeah, I mean, if that's the only thing that's left, and
yeah, we should not
multi-threading is
ship
done.
without multi-threading. You're right. It's
Yeah.
pretty insane. But yeah, okay. I will actually finish the stream now. I wanted to go do something, but yeah, pretty good progress. I was able to do a decent thing. Took me a lot of time to actually puzzle the data to GPU. It's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I think GPU programming could be so much better if you would just be able to like program your stuff in instead of having to deal with the abstractions. Like passing data should just be like, oh, here's a pointer. Oh, copy this to this memory, and you're done. Like you shouldn't need to fucking do array buffers and array fucking objects and
It does seem way more complicated than it needs to be.
yeah. It also gives you less control, really. So, but yeah, okay. Thanks for watching, whoever watched, and tomorrow we'll have a lore stream, I guess, or something. Are you planning Kaltars tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing tech map stuff. Hopefully, actually getting more units since I had to solve the hard puzzle of the hard problem of the Keltar game flow and tech progression, which seems to have been resolved for the most part now. So at least it's in a functional state conceptually where I can keep progressing, and that will allow me to start on some actual units. So yeah, I'll try to get there. Tiers 2 and 3 starting to take shape, and after that, I'll probably move on to the Mackerel DOS. So we'll see how much progress we make tomorrow.
Yeah, and after tomorrow, I will be streaming another engine dev stream.
Yeah.
So,
And if the demo still isn't out, then by then it'll probably be up by the end of that stream.
yeah.
So pretty good. IMO.
Yeah, the demo will be pretty exciting. We have Pathfinding, Fog of War.
Yeah, we have a ton of stuff. We also have
new
like basic
units.
networking, but I imagine that wouldn't be massively. We don't actually have any setup for like a second player. I guess they just control the whole pre-placed horde, but
yeah, you'd have to connect, then you only can use default map, and it's a mess.
yeah.
And also you will have camera delay and input delay, which I didn't resolve yet.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's probably best to just not. I mean, we can mention that it's there, but mention also that it's undergoing a large scale refactor later.
Yeah.
And probably is not, and feedback is not massively useful for that system because it'll be unrecognizable.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be it. And see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.